Hola, bienvenidos al programa de español en línea. Yo soy el profesor Gilberto García y en este video we will talk about verbs as a grammar concept. The first thing that we need to know is what is it? What is a verb? Okay, so a verb is a word that we use to represent an action. In Spanish, we can have a lot of type of verbs and we can have a lot of examples. Por ejemplo, correr, come, y hablamos. We can have more. Now, in order to go deep into verbs, we can talk about two classifications. The non-conjugated verbs and then the conjugated verbs. Let's start with the non-conjugated verbs. In Spanish, we can have three types: infinitivos, gerundios, and participios. So the first ones are the verbs that are in their original form. Usually the key characteristic for this is the ending. As you can see, we have hablar, AR, correr, ER, and then salir, IR. These are going to be the three types of infinitives. Then we have the gerundios, okay? And we have two endings here. We are seeing three verbs, but the endings are two. The first one is hablando, and then corriendo, and then saliendo. So the endings are ando and yendo. Usually the gerundios in English, en inglés, the ending is the ing form. Then we have the participios. We can have different endings here, and it's gonna depend on the verb. If it's a regular verb or if it's an irregular verb. So the endings for regulars are gonna be the first three: hablado, corrido, and then salido. Okay, this one is also related to the infinitives, the three type of infinitives. As you can see, we have hado, and then we have ido, and it's gonna be the same for the IR verb. And then we can have other type of verbs, which are gonna be the irregulars, and the endings are to, so, y sho. Por ejemplo, abierto, impreso, and then hecho. Okay? Muy bien, let's talk about conjugated verbs. As we mentioned in previous videos, we need the personal pronouns in order to conjugate verbs. The personal pronouns are yo, tú, él, nosotros, ustedes y ellos. And obviously we need the tense, el tiempo verbal that we are going to use to conjugate. In this case, let's use the present of the indicative mode. Por ejemplo, yo como, tú comes, él come, nosotros comemos, ustedes comen y ellos comen. As you know, we need the personal pronouns to conjugate, but we can have the personal pronoun like explicitly in our sentences or in our speech, but also we can have it like implicit. It's not required to have the personal pronoun there, but we know that it's there because we are conjugated the verb based on the personal pronoun. Another example, it can be the same verb, my favorite one, you know, comer, and the past, pasado, okay, the simple past. Por ejemplo, yo comí, tú comiste, él comió, nosotros comimos, ustedes comieron y ellos comieron. Okay, so two things about this video is gonna be, we need the personal pronouns to conjugate verbs, and then we know already that non-conjugated verbs exist, okay, and we have some key characteristics for these non-conjugated verbs. Muchas gracias y nos vemos en línea.